What was intimidating about it?
Well, being in prison for 3 years, not doing anything, and then out to being free and being able to do anything, it was overwhelming. Coming back into my family's life.
What's your name?
Monica Adams.
Hello, Monica. It's good to meet you.
You too.
How long have you been in recovery?
2 years and 3 months.
What's that been like for you?
It's been crazy. It started off really hard. I was in prison when I got clean, surrounded by drugs. But since I've been out, it's been smooth sailing.
You found recovery in prison.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like, what made you be like, okay, Monica, today is the day?
Well, parole. I got denied my first parole because I had failed a drug test in prison, and I was just embarrassed to tell my mom. So I was like, I've got to do something. Like, I'm tired of being a disappointment.
So you joined
I went to a program called TC, Therapeutic Community, and it was 9 months long. They kind of separate you. It's still at the prison, but you're in a pod that you don't leave. Completed that, and then was out back on the compound for like 3 months and made my second parole.
And then you had about, 2 weeks to 30 days before you...
Yeah, it was a little longer because I was not expecting to be mandated to a halfway house, so I didn't plan anything, and so I had to find a halfway house. And that's when I found Bridge to Shore.
And yet here you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that like, transitioning from compound life to group home, halfway house, sober living?
Well, the difference is the freedom I had, so I was still surrounded by girls, women, and that was nerve-wracking, but the only difference was the freedom and the type of girls.
So to be able to move about your life
Yes.
as you'd want to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people can find that pretty intimidating.
Very.
What was intimidating about it?
Well, being in prison for 3 years, not doing anything, and then out to being free and being able to do anything, it was overwhelming. Coming back into my family's life.
Are you from here?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you think, if anything, are the ingredients that allow you to maintain your freedom? And not only that, but to exist in recovery and grow?
The group of women that I have met in recovery, the Bridge to Shore women, the AA women, even DAA, NA, all of it just is a great support group.
How do they support you?
I know that I can call them anytime and they'll be there for me. They want to be around me just to be around me. I don't have to give them anything. I don't have to do anything for them. They just want to be around me.
Just for who you are?
Yeah.
That must say something.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, if anything, do you feel like are some of the main components that it would take for somebody who's getting out of prison today to be where you're at? What do you think they would have to have in their lives?
Definitely support. I definitely recommend the 12-step groups. Any of them that you choose are great. My biggest thing was being able to ask for help. I never wanted to, but that's been what saved my life.
Do you remember the first time that you worked yourself through that and actually asked somebody for help?
Yeah, so I had an experience where a family member had overdosed, and I was in recovery, kind of fresh out, but not really. And I had to call quite a few people, and they were there for me.
How to navigate life.
Yes.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
What in your life today have you found to be, besides, like you had talked to me previously, obviously, anxiety, but what are some of the things that you do to maintain your sobriety, to maintain your freedom?
The support group, just staying in contact with the ladies, meetings. I work a lot. I work 2 jobs. I keep myself busy. I don't give myself time to have freedom like that.
So you've got a pretty lengthy time in recovery and also living in the sober living home. You've graduated?
Yes.
What did that look like?
So it was the first thing that I have graduated. Besides TC, I did complete that program, but being made to be somewhere, it's the first thing I've graduated. You know, I chose to go to TC, but parole mandated me to the halfway house, so I did not choose to go, but I mean, thank God I did. But it was the first thing that I've completed that I've been made to go to. I've done drug court, DRC, everything. I've not completed anything but Bridge to Shore.
So after 3 years being in prison, a convicted felon, bad off in my addiction,
Yes.
and I show up,
Yes.
right, and I'm still got all these anxieties, right, and I'm accomplishing things in life, growing into freedom. I'm becoming this person that I'm meeting myself.
Yes.
At the same time, I'm growing into this person. What do you think is the most exciting thing about all of this for you?
My daughter, my daughter's relationship.
How old is she?
She's 12. She just turned 12 last week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out,
we
daughter.
had our birthday at the beach. I got invited to go to the beach with my family. I have a key to my mom's house. The lady that I've robbed, lied, done worse stuff to, she calls me now like for advice. My daughter and me have a great relationship. I'm a role model to my niece. She's 16, and she lives with my mom. Yeah.
And all these people, important people to you, are watching you,
Yes.
learning from you, getting security from you, right? Do you feel like you have any obligations or responsibility to recovery at this point?
Yes. I mean, I feel like I owe it my life, really, because it's given me my life back.
You talked about willingness a minute ago, right before we started this. How do you exert your willingness? Like,
Doing things
if
that
somebody-
I don't want to do.
Okay, better question. If somebody were watching you, right, how would they be able, like, just from your day to day, how would they know to be able to say that she is exerting her willingness?
Because if I say something, they know I'm going to do it now. Like, people don't have to ask, like, if they ask me for something, they don't have to worry if I'm going to show up or not anymore.
Integrity.
Yeah.
You're just doing the things. What's your favorite thing about your life today?
My relationship with my daughter growing. It's just like every week it just gets better.
You got her full time?
No, she's still with my mom. And they live in Kingsport. So I have to go down there a lot. But I do have my own apartment now, and she does come.
So you're growing back into
Yes.
that.
Yes.
How did she respond to you showing back up after 3 years?
At first it was kind of like rocky. Like it made me feel less of like a mother, because she didn't come to me when she had problems. When she got hurt, she still wanted my grandma, or her grandma, you know, my mom. So like it hurt my feelings at first. But now she calls me. She tells me she loves me all the time.
And what's that like?
Great. Great.
What's great?
I don't know. Like, there's nothing to describe it. I mean, it's just like, heck yeah.
That's honestly, that's amazing how much, because I don't think people get to see how, well, you know, what's really missed is probably how selfish or self-centered we as addicts, alcoholics are, because we're like, oh yeah, I got free and this is great and it's wonderful and people love it. I think it's often missed on us the importance how when a switch like that flips in our kids, that they can just totally and completely rely on us.
Right.
What that says about us.
Yes. I'm still working on, like, it's not 100% yet, you know, but it's getting there, right?
Whose is?
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this. I know you're about to pop and all the things, but you were great.
I am.
Thank you.
Thank you.